Testing new systems. When Continental Airlines and United Airlines merged, they had to determine which system was going to be best to continue using after the merger. And then they also had to test that and make sure it worked before they went live and, work out any bugs, that kind of thing. That's a pretty difficult one to test. I had a hard time really coming up with something, but I think that my thoughts as far as how I would experiment and test that to make sure that everything is correct and it's tracking flight numbers as far as being able to recognize flight numbers, where they are going, what their destination, departure city, arrival city is, times, and then if it's staying on track, and updating and communicating that. I'll look at going about it a couple of different ways. Initially, probably look at recording data, particularly over some heavy traffic times where there's just a lot of activity going on, and use that recorded data to essentially run a simulation. So kind of like with a black box, they can redo a simulation of what happened on an airplane, recording the data from flights in the air tracking system and feeding that into the new system to see, feeding the source data into the air tracking system to see if the air traffic system, the merged one, is in fact effective, and then comparing the results of the merged system against the real actual data. And I think you'd have to do multiple tests, so probably that would have to happen a couple times, work out some bugs. And then another test scenario would be probably having overlapping systems. So having both systems fully live at the same time and being able to compare them and see what happens and where the errors are. I know with our company just went live on a new accounting system, and so we effectively have a sandbox that's a test system. And so anything when we're looking at saying, hey, this is what happened, how do we put that transaction in, or how's that going to flow through on the general ledger accounts, or where's that going to tie? We can obviously walk through that with a consultant that's working with us, but we can also go into our test system that's completely separate from the live system, but pulls data regularly from our live system. We can go into that test system and we can do something and see exactly how it acts and follow that transaction. So with the airline testing system, it would be kind of like that. I think you would have basically a live system, and then you would also have a test system and overlap and compare and see where, where you have variances, and then address fixing those. Survey participation. In a shopping mall, looking at trying to get customers, patrons of the shopping mall to participate in a survey, it's important that the interviewer have complete buy-in from the participant, that they're motivated to participate in the research. And you can ask people, you can, grab them and say, hey, do this. And if they're not interested and motivated to participate in the survey, they're probably just going to give you quick yes or no answers, maybe false answers, just so they can get in and out and be done. So in order to have your participants motivated to give you quality answers and accurate information, this scenario is looking at a survey on increased food prices and what the federal government should do about them. So one, I'll look at appealing to the customer's emotional tie and their feelings, as far as encouraging them with signs maybe that say, hey, let your voice be heard, be part of the change, tell the government what's wrong, what needs to happen, and get that commitment buy-in, because there's going to be some people that just don't care, and you don't really want them as an active participant. And so by using those words and phrases when you're asking participants, hey, would you like to participate in a survey and tell the federal government what they should do about food prices? That helps you draw in and kind of filter out so that you get participants who are motivated and interested in participating in the survey because they're interested in the topic. Other incentives for their time and to have them excited about it, you could do things like gift cards, especially if they were gift cards to someplace in the food court, maybe a free orange Julius, and there's an orange Julius in that food court. Just giving them a little paper coupon. Or another thing that you could do especially in a shopping mall is have a VIP hour where it's VIPs only and you participate in the survey and then you have 90 minutes in the mall by yourself. And it's just those survey participants. In malls, it's very common that we have a lot of people with children, and so many malls have stroller rentals and cart rentals, that kind of thing, or even the play areas for kids. So any kind of like 5 free minutes in the play area or discounted stroller rental, again, coupons like that. Other things could be gadgets, whatever's popular, anything from, maybe a flash drive or a flashlight, or when selfie sticks first came out, maybe a free selfie stick. So any kind of like cool little gadgetry like that that's pretty inexpensive, but you can hand out to them as a free gift for their time and participation. It's really easy. You don't want to do anything that's going to require you to put people in a system and cut checks or, deal with banking information, that kind of stuff. So little freebie handouts are a great idea, as well as coupons, just anything that's really easy.